network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Local Biz Marketing Pro Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. If you are a local business owner, you have a brick and mortar shop, you are a service-based business, and you're looking to optimize your online presence, increase your lead flow, grow your revenue so that you can expand your operation and contribute more to the communities that you serve, you've got to check out Local Biz Marketing Pros. They have all the tools, the resources, the training, and the services to help you get your business to the next level using the internet and social media. LocalBizMarketingPros.com. Today, we're talking about 10 questions every business owner must answer for themselves if they want to thrive in 2023 and beyond. We started this series on Friday, and we're going to wrap it up today with part 2. So I need you to do me a huge favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and all your brand. Smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have a good time this morning. Ask any questions that you want in the comments as it pertains to what we're talking about today. And I'll acknowledge those questions as well. But certainly shout yourself out, man. Y'all don't do that enough, man. If you're not shouting you out, I don't know who is. I can promise you that, man. You've got to be willing to put yourself out there and let people know who you are, what you got going on. A couple quick announcements. For those of you who attended Saturday's session, we had an amazing session on Saturday. If you are in the Monetize My Life Academy community, then once or twice a month we get together and we have these weekend powwows where we do a lot of training, we do a lot of networking. It's just a good time, and we had another good time this weekend. Also, if you know any master teachers or trainers on any subject as it relates to business, I'm looking to start a new series in the next 30 days or so, where I'm going to feature some teachers and trainers in various disciplines when it comes to business. A little bit different than the podcast. Of course, we want to interview you, get to know your background, but we also want to hear you teach and train on the subject that you are an expert in. So if you guys know anybody in that arena looking for a platform to teach, train, and get some exposure with what they're doing, then definitely let me know. Because I want to help in that regard. And of course, if you have not already joined the 2 Facebook groups that we have respectively, then if you are a local business owner looking to expand, then Local Biz Marketing Mastermind is for you. If you are an online entrepreneur, coach, consultant, then Digital Empire Builders Worldwide is the group for you. So we're going to get the show started today, man. Don't forget to hit that share button. Don't forget that we're also on all of your favorite podcasting networks. So iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, we're everywhere. So wherever you like to get your podcast, we're on episode, I think this is 418, 417. So there's a whole archive that you guys can go back and listen to. If you're an entrepreneur, this is the show that you want to be listening to. So check us out on those platforms as well. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, we start every episode with a quote of the day. And that's where I share a quote that I've heard either usually in my morning routine or something over the past few days that I've been chewing on, and I share it with you. If you have a favorite quote, comment your favorite quote in the chat, and I'll acknowledge that as well. But today's quote says this: "No one ever judges you that have what you have. It's always the ones that don't have what you have doing the judging." And that is from Joyce Myers. I'm going to read it one more time. No one ever judges you that have what you have. It's always the ones that don't have what you have doing the judging. And that's both in the positive and the negative light. Sometimes we call those people's haters, right? They don't have what we have, so they sit back and they judge us about what we have and what they will be doing if they were in our position. But also when we don't have some of the negative things people have, we tend to judge them as well. Have you ever rode down the street and noticed a homeless person sitting on the sideline, a sidewalk, or you know, they're building structures trying to keep warm, especially this time of year, and without fail, because of the type of environment that we've all been raised in, we tend to judge those people, right? And we judge those people because we don't have what they have. A lot of times what they have is a mental illness. A lot of times what they have is a broken family. A lot of times what they have is some sort of disease or anxiety that's not allowing them to be in places with other people, and whether they could tolerate the other people or other people can tolerate us. I remember when I lost my mind back in 2001, right? And the thought process or my ability to filter the things that I was thinking and versus the things that were coming out of my mouth was completely gone, right? And I don't know about you, and some of you guys won't admit this, but we all think some thoughts that are not socially acceptable, but we have a filter. We don't let those thoughts come out of our mouths, right? Well, in my case, I had no filter. I could not stop those things from coming out. And it really pissed the people off that love me and care for me, that were around me. And the people who didn't know me at all, of course, they thought exactly what they should have thought. This dude done lost his mind, right? But they didn't have what I had. So they were judging. They didn't have the trauma from sexual abuse as a kid, the trauma from neglect as a kid, the trauma from physical abuse as a kid that led me down that path. They didn't have what I had, so it's easy for them to judge on the outside looking in. They didn't have years of trying to self-medicate and suppressing those traumas until I actually imploded, right? And that caused them to judge. So a lot of times it's true on both sides of the coin. We could look at someone who has what we believe is success, fame, fortune, and we're judging them because we don't have that. And then the people that we see ourselves as standing over or above, we don't have some of the trauma that they're dealing with that's causing them to not be able to stay gainfully employed, right? And some of the things that's going on in people's lives. We never get the whole story, right? When we're judging people. And that's part of the problem. So the Bible talks about being careful not to judge unless you're willing to be judged by the same measure which you judge other people. So I try to judge people with empathetic view that, man, they must be going through something that is causing them to be in that space, or those who are at a higher level of success, man, they must have gone through a lot to get what they have, right? And I think if you approach it from that perspective, I think that's the most fair way to do it. And this is why I don't get upset when people judge me, because I know they are only judging me by the measure which I judge other people. And I'm okay with that because I try to be as fair as I possibly can. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the St. Louis Griffins professional basketball franchise. Listen, they had their first exhibition game this weekend, and they went and put in work over in Indianapolis. So we're super excited about them. But if you're a small business in the St. Louis metro area and you want to partner with a brand that is growing, that is doing some amazing things, community outreach and all of that, St. Louis Griffins has opportunities to help you promote your business while you help to build this positive basketball franchise that's going to change lives. They've already hired 15 people, right? Because they pay their players to play. So they're creating jobs, they're creating opportunities. And if you want to be a part of something special, you want to be the change that you want to see, then go to stlouisgriffins.com/partnership. stlouisgriffins.com/partnership. So today we're continuing our two-part series on the 10 most critical and crucial questions that every business owner needs to answer in order to not only survive and thrive, but to dominate in 2023. We'll do a quick recap over the first 5, and then we'll dive fully into the last half of the questions as well. But before I do that, let me go ahead and grab this link. This is an article that I read on the American Express website. So it's a pretty deep and intricate article. And I love sharing my sources with you because I don't always get to read verbatim. And there's a lot of hyperlinks and other resources that's attached to this article that you may want to check out for yourself. So what are the 10 crucial business questions for any business owner? Number 1, you got to ask yourself, what problem does your business solve? Talked about this on Friday. If you did not check that out, then you can catch the replay either on our YouTube channel, The Cortez Hustle Show, our Facebook page, The Cortez Hustle Show, or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, any of those places, The Cortez Hustle Show. But we went into great detail about each one of these. But understanding what problem your business solves so you can stay in that lane, so you can maximize efficiency, so you can really serve your customers at the highest level. And you have to ask yourself this question repeatedly because your business is a living, breathing entity that's growing and evolving. And sometimes, especially if you're like your boy, right, that thing evolves without you even realizing its evolution. And you think you're solving one problem, but you're really solving something else because you've gotten let the cart get away from the horse, so to speak. Customers with problems are seeking solutions, whether it's finding a better fitting swimsuit or an easier way to accomplish an annoying task. Companies should offer solutions that improve customers' lives. So ask yourself regularly, am I still solving the problem that I set out to solve? How well am I doing at it? Right? They also give you why it matters and how to answer this question for your business. We're not going to get into that on the first 5. On the second 5, we'll dive deeper. Question number 2, how does your business generate net income? This is huge because if you're not constantly looking at your numbers, your analytics, your profit and loss statements, you could assume that the bulk of your money is coming from one place and it could actually be coming somewhere else. It could actually be coming from a place that you're not even focused on. It could be coming from a place that you don't give any attention to. It could be coming from a place that you're, if you double down on it, you could double your revenue. But if you don't know your numbers, if you're not actually studying, if you're not actually really going over your numbers on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis, then it's easy for you to be off base when you're assuming where your net income is coming from. But you really got to know this because the best businesses understand where their money makers are, and they're putting 80% of their attention onto the portion of their business that brings in 80% of their revenue and their profits, right? They save the other 20% for experiments, trying to launch new things, but they never lose sight of the moneymaker, the real breadwinner, right? But if you don't know what that real breadwinner is, how can you then be intentional with the focus, energy, time, and resources to grow that thing, right? So number 2, how does your business generate net income? We're just recapping, if you're just tuning in, the first 5 of the 10 critical questions that every business owner must answer for themselves. Question number 3 was, which part of your businesses are not profitable? Ooh, now this one is tough because some of the things that we're doing in business, we absolutely love doing, but they may not be bringing us the best return on the investment of time, energy, and money, right? Some of us are doing things that may not be bringing us the best return on the investment of our time, energy, and money, so that thing isn't profitable. Like, you've got to figure out which part of your business is not profitable so that you can make the necessary adjustment. You either adjust to fix some things that's causing it to not be profitable, or the adjustment might be to cut that thing off altogether, right? But at the end of the day, if you're not even looking at your business from an objective set of eyes to say, hey, let me take a step back from this thing, let me look at it overall to see if we're actually profitable in this area, or are we just spinning our wheels? Some products and services are bound to be more profitable than others, while some less profitable offerings may be worth keeping around. It's important to manage ones that are losing you money. Question number 4, is your cash flow positive each month? And I'm going to say this for you business owners, but I'm going to say this for those of you who don't own business and may just be tuning in to the show, or you haven't yet started your business. Your cash flow should be positive in your personal life as well as in your business life, right? Positive cash flow means your cash inflows, the money that's coming in, exceeds cash outflows, the money that's going out. So in business, we're thinking about the money that comes in from sales, and outgo is the money that goes out towards expenses, whether that expenses is employee salary, whether it's tools, whether it's products that we're going to turn around and sell, whether it is resources, whatever it is, right? In your personal life, you shouldn't be spending more money than you net on your job. And we do that all the time because this wonderful advent of this thing called credit, right? So it's easy to spend more than you make, but you got to be careful with that, right? But the same is true in business. Your cash flow must be positive each month. And how do you make sure your cash flow is positive each month? You have to look at your numbers, right? Everything goes back to studying your profit and loss statements. And if you're like me, I just decided this year that I'm tired of trying to figure that out on my own. So I'm going to hire an agency to run my books for me and do all the reporting and share with me so that I can just study the numbers at a high level. Yes, I'm going to learn all the things that I need to know about my numbers, but really some of the challenges that we have in business is we don't stay in our zone of genius because we are too afraid to delegate, or we have too much of an ego to delegate, and we're trying to do everything ourselves. And that's killing some of our businesses. And I'm not exempt from that, right? I realize that there's certain things in my business I have to be willing to outsource and let go of. And I haven't done that just yet. But that's where I am now. It's like, okay, I don't even want to look at these numbers in the way that you have to look at them to organize your books. I would love to look at them and see once they've been organized, right? But man, to have to do that myself, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and hire somebody. Number 5, what is your pricing strategy and why? Right? Sometimes we just create a product and we just slap a price tag on it, and we don't have any methodology behind why we price the things the way that we do. Right. I'm reading a very, very good book, and I've got the audio book too from Alex Hormozy called $100 Million Offer. And it's really helped me to understand how to price my products and why I should be pricing my products as a premium versus anything else. Right. And it really breaks down the psychology of buyers, and also what to look at when you're looking at the overall landscape of the marketplace, how to add bonuses and add value to your particular offers. I mean, it is flat out amazing. But you got to have a pricing strategy. You can't just create a product, throw a price on it because you see other people pricing their products that way. You don't know what their pricing strategy is. A lot of times we price our products based on competition, and we don't know what that competition's back end is. Like, I can say, okay, I see this company has a membership site. I'm going to price Monetize My Life Academy at this price, and boom, I'm going to match that. Well, we don't know if they're pricing their membership as a loss leader, meaning they're going to lose money initially because they got upsells on the back end that's going to make up for that. But here I am just matching their prices just because. And now I'm losing money on the front end because I don't have the stuff on the back end that they have, right? Because we don't have a pricing strategy. Got to have a pricing strategy. What is the price? What is your pricing strategy and why? So those are the first 5. We got 5 more to dive into, but before we dive into the next 5, it is time for 1 minute motivation. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, every episode we do something called 1 minute motivation. That's where I play a short motivational clip, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. When I ask you to comment your takeaways, I'm going to give you my takeaways as well. So let's get into some 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
You got to do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, you got to suck it the f up and do it. Time is running out.
Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. You walking too slow. Pick up the pace. You moving too slow. Pick up the pace. There are only 86,400 seconds in a day, and you got to not only operate in them, you got to do it fast.
For some of you, you act as if you have another opportunity. I'm wired differently. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity, I have to reprove myself again. Because the day you become convinced, the day you stop growing, the day you stop getting better, is the day you die.
Be what it is you claim to be about. Be what it is you truly want to be. If you truly want to be successful, if you truly want to change your life, if you truly want to lose 50, 100, 200, 500 pounds, be about it today.
You master the present. And when you get to the point where you start winning the day, then you start winning a week. And then you start winning a month. And then you start winning a year. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
You got to bet on you. You believe in everybody else. You clap for everybody else. You support everybody else. But when are you going to look in the mirror and believe in the darn person you see? It's about time for you to believe in you because you got it.
Cool. I don't know about y'all, man, but I needed that one this morning. I needed that one this morning. You got to learn how to do your best work when you least feel like doing it. Right? You got to learn how to do your best work when you feel like doing it the least. That's what separates winners from losers, y'all. We say winners win because they do the things that losers don't do, right? And that is a very true statement. Winners do things that losers don't do. That's what causes them to win. But we assume that those winners like doing that stuff. We assume that Steph Curry likes shooting 5,000 shots a day. We assume that he likes that. Nobody ever said he liked doing that. We just said that's how he became great. So you don't have to like doing something in order to become a master of it, right? Now, there's something in him that motivates him. So he likes something about the game. And maybe in most cases, it's the payout. Whatever that payout is for him, it is winning championships, right? But when we look at winners, in a lot of cases, we're assuming that they like to do the things that losers don't do. And that's not always the case, right? You've got to figure out how, like this morning, it was a struggle for me. I woke up at 5:30 and I ended up going back to lay down for an extra 30 minutes, right? And when I tell y'all that those extra 30 minutes of sleep didn't do anything for me, but in terms of making me feel a little bit better rest-wise or getting more rest or whatever, that wasn't the case. But you know what it did do for me? It made me feel guilty. It made me wake up with a little regret this morning. Like, man, why you just didn't go on and get on up at 5:30 like you normally do and get your workout in and do what you're supposed to do, right? That's because I did not do what I knew needed to be done when I felt like doing it the least. Urgency, y'all. We've got to move with a sense of urgency, but without rushing. What do I mean? You don't have to rush through life, but you do have to understand that all life is time. That's all it is. For you, for me, for everybody, all life is time. And when you think about the fact that none of us knows exactly how much time we have left, we can't move through this life and pass over opportunities. We can't move through this life and not really share ourselves with the ones we love. We can't move through this life as if we are guaranteed 40, 50, 60 more years. Right? You ever heard somebody who, or seen somebody who died at a young age, what we perceive to be a young age? And we say, oh man, that person died young. Says who? Right? I'm 48, I'll be 49 this year. If something happened to me and I didn't make it through the year, people will say, well, he died young. Well, according to who? Right? Right? You got to really think about the fact that tomorrow isn't promised. Next year isn't promised. I put a quote up on my page the other day, and people jumped on me because it was from Bill Gates, right? And apparently Bill Gates wants to, according to the people on Facebook, wants to depopularize the planet, right? He wants the population to go down significantly. And that's what vaccines is all about. And I'm not going to get into the conspiracy side, but the quote says people overestimate what they can do in a year and they underestimate what they can do in 10. And one of the reasons that they underestimate what they can do in 10 is because there's no sense of urgency and intentionality with what we do in a lot of cases. Right? We just go leisurely through with very little focus, effort. And as I look at my own life, I'm like, man, I was sharing with my wife the other day. It's like, I'm building and reshaping my day, my daily activities. And I'm like, okay, from noon to 5, this is where I want to be engaged. And I was like, how much can I really get done in those 5 hours? If I really focused, I was like, I probably can get a lot done. But most of the time I sit down to go to work. I've got Facebook on, I got distractions over here, distractions over there. And I'm really, really, really focused, right? But we got to step that up and understand there's a sense of urgency that successful people move with. And that's why they seem to get so much more done. Master the present. What am I doing right now? It's going to move me closer to my goal versus putting it off or allowing distractions to creep in. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is 1 Minute Motivation. If you got a comment that you want to place on that, then by all means, drop that in the chat as well. 1 Minute Motivation today is brought to you by FB Ads Magic. I'm looking for chiropractors and med spas. If you know any chiropractors and med spas, I've got a tool that I want to deploy in that industry, and I'm willing to work on their marketing for them for free in exchange for learning the industry and some positive feedback about how this tool can help them generate tons more free leads. We literally can help you launch a ad in 3 clicks or less than 3 minutes. You can have ads up and running. These ads are already proven and have made other chiropractors and med spa owners tens of thousands of dollars so far, and we want to help you do the same thing. But this is those are 2 verticals that I know very little about. So I'm willing to come in, work for free, get you some free leads, learn your industry so I can better serve you and the industry as a whole. And as a result, you get access to some of these tools and resources that I have. So if that sounds like you, then check out localbizmarketingpros.com and book your free strategy session, and let's talk about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we went through a recap of the first 5. If you're just tuning in, we're talking 10 critical questions that every business owner must answer for themselves. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. If you missed part 1, I'll put that link to that in the comments. You can check that out on YouTube, The Cortez Hustle Show, Facebook, The Cortez Hustle Show, or of course your favorite podcasting platform, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We are there, and over 400 episodes for your listening pleasure as it relates to business, branding, marketing, local biz marketing, lead generation, and all of those sorts of topics. So number one was understand what problem does your business solve. Number two, how does your business generate net income? Number three, which parts of your business are not profitable? Number four, is your cash flow positive each month? Number five, what is your pricing strategy and why? Number six, how effectively do employees generate revenue? Right? Now, this one is for me, right? And oh, by the way, if you don't have any employees, then the question is you. How effectively do you generate revenue? And the way my bank account is set up, I don't think I'm doing that good of a job, right? Increasing employee headcount may be a sign of growth, but only if those employees are contributing to the company's bottom line. I'm a mentor, Henry Darts tell me all the time, and the best people are free. He talks about businesses, small businesses, particularly businesses in the Black community, having the struggle with hiring and keeping good people. But you say the best people are always free, Cortez. Like if I go and hire a CEO to run local biz marketing pros, and that CEO is demanding $150,000 a year, and he's really good at what he does, he should make the company $1 million a year. And it becomes very easy for me to pay him $150,000 a year. Like, but if we're not conscious of how to see employees and the value that they bring to the company, or the value that they should bring to the company, then we take the position that I've taken the last 8 years in business. Oh, I'm just going to do everything myself. You can't. There's no way you can do everything yourself and be good at any of those things, because there's too much of a distraction, right? Depending on the circumstances, a few highly engaged employees can increase productivity, revenue, and profit margins more than hiring extra hands, right? So if you're just tuning in, we're talking 10 critical questions that you must answer for yourself as a small business. Number 6, how effectively do employees generate revenue? And if you are the only employee in the business, then ask yourself, how effectively do you create revenue? Why does this matter? Is each team member providing a true business value? If not, it's important to figure out why and how to make changes. You might consider ways to improve your work culture, to boost productivity, and to help recruit better candidates to join your team. Everybody should be bringing value to the table, right? How to answer this question. Review your payroll and categorize each employee as income generating or overhead. Ouch. Cortez, when I look at you, I'm looking at my payroll, I'm looking at you. Are you overhead or are you income generating? So you got to actually, like, if you are the only person in your business, look at the amount of money that's coming in and ask yourself, am I overhead to the business or am I income generating to the business? Be honest. Tracking revenue per employee can help you get a sense of how much money each employee generates versus what it costs to keep them on the team. Employees are more than numbers, so you'll want to complete this process thoroughly before making any drastic decisions. So if I got a team of 3 or 4 people, I pull up payroll and I say, okay, is this person income generating or are they overhead expense? Is this person income generating or are they overhead expense? Now, it's not saying that if this person is overhead expense, you fire that person. No, because they might be an overhead expense that's bringing value in other ways, but you need to know that value. Don't just assume because they're on the team that they are bringing value. You got to be able to quantify that value in some way, shape, or form. Now, sometimes quantifying that value isn't always in dollar amount, right? I want you to think about, and I use a lot of basketball analogies, right? But on a basketball team, there's often someone who is called the inspirational leader on the team, the emotional leader on the team. That person who, for whatever reason, they just have a knack for getting their players, their teammates fired up. Now, this person could be somebody who's on the bench and never even gets in the game. This person could be somebody who gets in the game and plays limited minutes and scores no points, gets no rebounds and no steals. But for whatever reason, their energy is infectious. And when that person gets that team fired up, the team's leading scorer gets going. The team's leading rebounder gets going. The team leader in assists gets going. The best shooter on the team gets riled up. The coaches get fired up. The bench players get fired up. That person, if you look at their statistics, may not seem as if they have quantifiable value, because you're looking at their average points per game, average rebounds per game, average steals per game, etc. And what they do doesn't show up in the stats. So it's saying when you categorize someone as income producing or overhead, don't just make that the criteria by which you determine whether you're going to let somebody go or keep them. Sometimes the quantifiable output you're getting from that person can't be seen in a statistical category. It's felt though. Like, this person brings the morale up. This person is the epitome of the culture that we want to have around here. So it's worth keeping them, even though they may not be doing anything that directly correlates to revenue. Hope that makes sense for y'all. So number 6 on our list is how effectively do employees generate revenue? Number 7, what's up, Mark? He says their network could have value. Absolutely. They could be bringing value in other ways that's not easy to quantify. Number 7, what is your customer's retention rate? Ooh, this was a good one. This is a good one, especially for those of us who have subscription-based services. And not just subscription-based services, but service businesses overall. We need to look at, okay, when someone comes to us and they get services, how long do they stay with us? In my case, I have 2 subscription-based services. I have Monetize My Life Academy, which is coaching and consulting, as well as software. And then I have other business owners who just get our software and our tools, right? When they get our tools, how long do they stay on the software? When they join Monetize My Life Academy, how long do they stay in Monetize My Life Academy? When they take the $1 trial, how many of them actually convert to the full subscription? And then how long do they stay, right? Understanding your numbers. Customer retention plays a key role in a business's long-term success. The goal should be to build a loyal group of customers from which you continue to generate incremental revenue. After all, it costs more to acquire a new customer than it does to retain an existing customer. I'm going to run that back because I need y'all to really get that. It costs more to acquire a new customer than it does to retain an existing customer. When you think about that, this is where I see a lot of entrepreneurs make what I call the cell phone company mistake. What do cell phone companies do? Until recently, right? And I mean very recently, probably since 2020, like 2021, cell phone companies were notorious for giving their best deals to new people and treating their existing customers like crap. Now, I've been with a particular cell phone company for so many years, right? And how do they never consider, how does it make me feel as an existing customer to have my service plan and been paying my bill faithfully on time for years, and then a new customer comes in and get the new iPhone. They never offered me the new iPhone for free, or the new Samsung. I'm team Android, by the way. They never offered me the new Samsung for free. So that's them expending a lot of energy to get a new customer. All of the bells and whistles are about the new customer, right? When I've got an existing Samsung phone, it will cost them less for them to upgrade me to the Samsung phone because I've already got a profile set up. I'm already in the system. It will cost them less to actually give me the new phone for free. And I've proven my loyalty to them, right? And you don't know if the new customer is just jumping over here to get the free phone and then going to go do something different. So do not make that mistake. Understand how to be loyal to your customer. This is why we do regular weekly trainings, and this is why we do monthly workshops for the people who are in our community, because I want to continue to love on them. I want to continue to show them my appreciation. I want to continue to help them grow and develop as I'm growing and develop. Every time I learn something new, anybody in my community will tell you, as soon as he learns something new, he's going to come teach it to us. Right? As soon as he gets access to a new resource, he's going to come share that new resource with us. He starts reading a new book, he's going to tell us about that new book so that we can get it too. Right? I'm not the one to hold anything back. I'm really trying to help those that are connected to me grow. So why does it matter? If previous customers leave as you attract new ones, you are not building a stable company. Aim to increase both new and repeat customers. Losing customers can be a sign of major issues such as poor customer service or a disappointing product. That's why customer feedback is so important. So how do you answer this question for yourself? If you're wondering, Cortez, what is my customer retention rate? Here's how you answer this. Customer attrition rate, the number of customers you lose in a specific time frame. Customer retention rate, the number of acquired customers who stay with you, your company, over a specified time. So I tend to do mine on a yearly basis. How many people who join Monetize My Life Academy stay for a year? How many people get on the Black Biz Success app and build their website with our software, start using our text message marketing, and they stay for a year, right? 90+% of everybody that I've ever worked with has always stayed with me for at least a year, right? So that's a good retention rate, right? Repeat customer rate. The chances an existing customer will make more than one purchase, right? So when they join Monetize My Life Academy, right, and I'm helping them build their individual business and their brand, and they're trying to go to another level, will they buy another service from me based on the experience of buying the first service from me? That's important to know, right? Purchase frequency, the average number of orders per customer. If you have a product-based business, for instance, right, maybe an e-commerce store, when you sell somebody one product, how often do they come back and buy other related products? Or do they get their related products from somewhere else? Right? This is how you establish your baseline numbers. And these are what we call KPIs, key performance indicators, that you can track to help you determine if your customer retention is on point or not. Number 8, if you guys are getting value, drop a 1 in the comment, man. This is fun for me. As you guys know, as I learn and grow, I'm just studying this stuff for myself, right? I'm building out my SOPs. I'm building out my team. I'm building out my ability to serve more. So I get excited about going over this stuff with y'all because it helps me stay on point. So number 8, if you're just tuning in, we're talking 10 critical questions that every business owner must answer if they want to dominate in their industry. Number 8, will your customers make referrals? This is huge. This is huge. Referrals are a highly effective way to attract new customers. When customers have a great experience, they're more likely to recommend your business to people they know and share on social channels. People are more likely to opt for a solution that others have already recommended. Now, this is one way that you know your product is hitting the mark for your customers. They're going to refer you to other people, right? This is how you know. If you are not getting a bunch of referrals, then you need to poll and survey your existing customers to find out what's missing in your product. Something is missing that they're not excited enough about your product to share it with other people. Every one person that you sell, every three people that you sell, one person should refer somebody else, right? That brings down your cost of customer acquisition. That grows your bottom line revenue without having to spend advertising dollars, because that person came to you for free based on how well you served your existing customer base. Why it matters. Marketing is expensive. That's why it matters. So if you can market to acquire one customer, and maybe if you know your customer acquisition cost, and maybe it costs you $500 to acquire one customer, right? But if that customer, because of your experience, your product and your services and your customer service, if that customer refers you 10 people, then really your cost of acquisition was just $50, right? Referrals from existing customers is a cost-effective alternative that requires minimum financial investment. If you choose to invest a little more, referral programs can also be a great way to reward and incentivize loyal customers to make referrals and boost customer relationships. That's why we have an affiliate program with all of my products. Because I don't just want the product to be so good that my customers will refer it. I want to pay them for their efforts, because I know that a little extra money, I don't care what you do, how much money you got, a little extra money coming from something that you're going to do anyway, that's just good business, right? So I have a referral program that if you refer someone to, if you're an existing customer of Monetize My Life Academy or the Black Biz Success app, and you refer someone else to Monetize My Life Academy or the Black Biz Success app, and they decide to use the service, we actually pay you a commission, anywhere from 10 to 50%, right? It just kind of depends. So how to answer this question: ask your customers for referrals, either directly or through anonymous surveys. Make sure to encourage follows, engagement, and shares on social media as well. Ensure you have a way to keep track of all customers acquired through referrals. That's another reason that we do the affiliate program, because I can see how many people are clicking on the link that Mark has sent to some of his people, for instance. How many people are clicking on the link that Vanna has sent to some of her people, for instance. So I can see and track all of the referrals that are coming in. Ariel Biggs is one of my biggest referral partners, right? She's always sending people my way, right? So her services with me are now free because she sent so many people my way, right? So number 8 on our list: will your customers make referrals, right? 2 more, and I think we're good on time. So number 9, if you're just tuning in, we're talking 10 critical questions that you must answer as a business owner in order to dominate in your industry. Number 9, who are your most valuable and most costly customers? Now, this is one, I'll admit, that I have never even thought about. Some customers provide more revenue than others, but that doesn't always mean they're more profitable. High revenue customers can be expensive to keep if there's a high cost associated with serving them. Maybe they stock up only on sale items or discounted goods, or maybe they eat up resources by requiring constant attention or assistance. Listen, man, this is so huge, especially for service-based businesses, because if you do not have your deliverables clearly outlined, then sometimes there's a phrase called scope creep that happens, where you're trying to do good customer service. So when customers ask for things that they did not pay for, you tend to say yes just to appease the customer. All right. How many of you guys know that there are customers who operate like that, just period? They count on you doing that. They said yes to your services knowing that within a week or two of you implementing the services, they're going to ask for some additional freebies. And you, because you're trying to do good business, you're trying to keep retention high, you're trying to have excellent customer service, you say, yep, you say, yep, you say, yep. This is where your agreements come into place. Because your agreement has to say what the scope of this job is, and anything above the scope of this job requires a new agreement or will cost you X amount of dollars, right? I have people attempt it all the time. One of the services that we sell is website development. We build websites. Well, we got a set type of website that we build, and it comes with a certain amount of pages. We write a certain amount of content, and we lay out the deliverables in a way. But if you want more than what's in the deliverables, then it tells you then you have to pay our per hour rate. And if you're not clear about this, you could lose a lot of money by way of resources being allocated to expensive customers, right? Just because a customer adds to your top line doesn't mean they're helping your bottom line. Revenue generating customers can still incur costs by monopolizing your resources, untimely preventing you from being able to service others and increase profitability. You got to know when to fire a client, because sometimes they're just costing too much, right? Because they're never satisfied. So your sales team on the front end has to really screen these people, because sometimes, and it's usually those customers that pay the least, right? I have customers who bought my biggest packages. I've never had a problem from them. I had customers who bought my lowest packages, and they got all sorts of problems. They want all sorts of bells and whistles, and they bought the lowest price thing that I sell, right? How to answer this? Review your gross profit by customer and ask your employees to help evaluate which customers require the most resources. Keep in mind that helping customers is a key part of running a business, but it shouldn't overburden how the business operates. Calculate KPIs such as customer lifetime value or the amount of profit you can expect to generate from a customer over the time they are a customer. This will help you get a sense of the most profitable customers, right? And those headache customers, man, you got to figure out how to deal with them and figure that out quickly. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're talking 10 critical questions that you must answer as a business owner if you want to dominate in your industry. And question number 10 is this: is your social media strategy effective? Ooh, this is right up my alley. And I got to tell you, man, that my social media strategy isn't as effective as I would like it to be. I've got a strong presence, but it could be better, right? It could be more effective in lead generation. And I'm deploying a new strategy as we speak, right? So social media can be a great way to reach customers where they spend their time. A strong social media strategy with engaging content can help build brand awareness and generate leads and grow your audience, right? This is an article from AmericanExpress.com. I'll put that link in the comments so you guys know where I'm reading from. Why does it matter? Social media can be a time suck if you're posting without rhyme or reason, especially if you're not seeing a return on those efforts. That's why thoughtful strategy is important, right? Posting and ghosting, as my girl Kathy Henderer would say. You just posting a bunch of stuff, but you never engage with the people who are engaging with your comments, with your content. You never engage with other people's content on these social platforms. That's not an effective strategy. You're not involved in any of the conversations around the thing that you are an expert at. That's a problem. You're not engaging in any of the group, providing any value, then you're not going to have success on social media, right? How to answer this? An effective strategy looks at more than vanity metrics such as likes. Engagement is the key. Use social listening tools to determine what's driving engagement and website traffic. So you got to really pay attention, right? Like I know on my financial health mentor page, I post certain things, whether I believe in that thing or not, I post it for engagement to check the posts of the people on that page. Some of them are upset, some of them are not. Some of them I get great engagement from. I can view by their comments whether or not they will be the type of customer that I want to pursue, and then I can pursue them, right? As I'm building up the Cortez Hustle Show page, I noticed that it's a little bit different. That's why the Cortez Hustle Show is no longer on the Financial Health Mentor page. It's exclusive to the Cortez Hustle Show page on Facebook. And I'm doing that for a reason, because we speak to a different audience on this show than the Financial Health Mentor page does. So you really got to get dialed in with this social media stuff. And that's one of the things that we focus on in Monetize My Life Academy. So that's for business owners and social entrepreneurs and influencers who are trying to figure this stuff out. We got all kinds of courses and trainings, and we do stuff live, and you get in live Q&A sessions with me and the whole nine. But that's what it's about. It's about figuring out not just social media, but the internet in general, technology in general. How do we use this stuff, right? What's coming down the pipe? What's everybody talking about? Artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. We're incorporating those things. I'm learning that stuff now so that when I deploy a strategy that works for me, I can come back and teach you guys, hey, this is what I use ChatGPT for, and this is how it's working for me. And here's how I recommend that you use it for your particular industry and business, right? But you got to get dialed in to this stuff. I heard Alex Hormozy say 20 hours of focused energy can make you proficient in just about anything. He said the problem is we take years to start that first hour. I'm gonna run that back because this is deep. He said 20 hours of study can make you proficient in just about anything. The problem is we put off that first hour for years. And then when we start the first hour, we don't focus intently. Like Gary Vaynerchuk is another one. He says, man, listen, lock yourself in an office over the course of a weekend and study nothing but Instagram marketing and see how bad you'll be when you come out on the other side that Monday. Most people won't take that intense effort of focus to learn something that they can deploy and start getting experience, right? So, man, it is 8 o'clock already, but at least we got through the list, so there won't be a part 3. If you guys are just tuning in, we just broke down 10 critical questions you must answer for yourself. 6 through 10 we did today. 1 through 5 we did last Friday. So I'll put the link to that episode in the comments for you guys to check out that replay, or you can go to Spotify or iTunes, wherever you like to listen to your favorite podcast, or check us out on YouTube, The Cortez Hustle Show on YouTube. And of course, if you're watching us live on Facebook, The Cortez Hustle Show is the page on Facebook. But as always, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.